morning, guys. So I just had to come in this morning. It's currently 6:56 and I'm just heading to my placement, but I thought I would just come in and share this. Obviously this is my week 3 day 2. As you all know, Monday was a public holiday here in the UK, so I took Monday as my day off. But then placement this week has been great, other than just a wee story. So yesterday my mentor was in the pre-op, and like I told you guys that pre-op, there's not a lot happening in pre-op. Pre-op just consists of we taking the patient, checking that they've been checklisted, checking that their vital signs have been checked, and then the anesthetist and the theater teams comes to get them, and then they take them in for their surgery. So I've seen that quite a lot, and I'm pretty much confident that if I'm to work in that area, I'll be fine. However, I was in the post-op, and my mentor asked that should work with somebody else, and I already had somebody in mind I was going to work with. I was actually working with this person, but obviously a patient came out and she was not there when that patient came out, so I decided to go with this other person. And this other person was really nasty, and I've kind of like noticed the kind of politics going on there. I've noticed that the older ones kind of like group together, and the younger ones kind of like group together as well. So for me, like I said, I'm in my late 30s, so I'm just in between them. So I'm in between the older, and then the young. So obviously this patient came in. It's just a matter of you asking people to not to do what you're actually doing, So, and I've seen it's not all the time that they have a patient that they've got a glove or apron on. And this time around, I actually didn't do anything drastic or anything that could bring harm to the patient. So we've just removed the orophageal. So it's this kind of like thing, like a device that is used to manage the airway of the patient if they go into theater. So so this time around, it was going to come out, and I was just getting the oxygen, the nasal cannula ready, and so immediately this orophageal came out. I just pulled the nasal cannula thing that connects it to the oxygen. I pulled it out ready to put it into oxygen, because you just want to manage the patient's airway just to avoid them, just to avoid patient trying to exasperate, if that's the word. So obviously the orophageal has been removed, and I was going to put the oxygen back in straight away. And then there she told me, oh, before you do that, you should actually wear a glove. Another member of staff was there, and that member of staff gave me a look. Our eyes locked, which goes to show that she did not approve of the way she spoke to me. So afterwards, I was still kind of like watching her to see how she was doing some paperwork, and for me, that was a turn off for me. So I just I'm sure she noticed as well. So I was watching as she was doing the paperwork, and then she was quick to send me off to somewhere like, oh, that's another patient coming in, if you want to go give them a hand. And I was like, it's not up to you to tell me who I want to go give a hand or what patient I want to see, that kind of a thing. So immediately she said that, I just knew straight away that she's trying to send me away. So I was like, oh sure, that's fine, no problem at all. And then I left, and throughout that day I did not work with her. So the other member of staff that was there when she said that to me was like, Wemi, don't take it personal, that she actually did not approve of the way she spoke to me. That, it's not as if they all do what they practice or they all do what they preach. That for the fact that she actually said that to me in presence of a patient, that she's not quite happy with it, but I shouldn't take it personal because that's how she is. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to take it personal, but I don't see me working with her anymore, because it's a matter of you preaching to me or telling me not to do what you're actually doing. And then I don't appreciate when member of staffs or I too knows correct me in front of a patient. If I've done something, as long as that thing is not bringing harm to the patient, I expect that thing to wait. You call me aside and speak to me about it rather than lecturing me in presence of a patient. I felt a bit like and I was gonna, and this kind of like brought me back to my last 2 placements. I felt I've been treated differently because of the color of my skin. That's just how I felt, because I've seen other students and I know how they are being treated. So it's like they are favoring their type and in my own case they are like you know. So for me, I'm not going to let that bother me, because I felt in a way they're scared of the fact that in 3 months time I'm going to be standing shoulder to shoulder with them, and they're not going to be giving me commands. I think that's the problem they've got there. Obviously, because of that, I mean, that's just how I feel. I felt that they've made the last replacement I've had, they've actually acted towards me due to the color of my skin. But I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. So I was actually thinking of raising this up with my mentor, because she's actually had a conversation with me which made me feel confident in discussing such with her, and I'm going to be discussing it with her. So that's how week 3 is going. So this is my day 3 or day 2, because my mentor is off today, so I'm going to be working. So she's assigned me to other member of staff, and the member of staff that she's assigned me to, they are okay. I make sure that the person who spoke to me anyhow was not one of them. If she was one of them, I probably would have used that chance to kind of like have a conversation with my mentor. So yeah, that was how yesterday went. So I'm in today, in tomorrow, and in on Friday. So basically, I've just been taking on board all patients, general patients, thoracic patient, cardiothoracic patient. So it's been fun, and I'm enjoying it. So I just thought I'll pop this story here on my drive to work. I just want to branch at the supermarket to get a bit of sweet, because at times you can't really be dipping in and out. The staffs don't get all the sweets and stuff, unlike when you are in the ward. So I just want to grab myself a bit of wine gums, and I'll see you guys maybe at the end of the week. Okay. It's been a busy day. I've been in the theater all morning. I've just had my breakfast now, and we had half an hour break, so I'm going back now in the scrubs. Right, so that's me finished for the week. So week 3 has gone beautifully, and that's me just heading home. Can you imagine the time of the day and it's sunny? Like I can't remember how long I've wished to finish from work and still be able to see the sun during the day. You know, it's just amazing. Anyways, like I was saying, week 3 has been done, and the highlight for me this week was that I was able to observe a cardiothoracic surgery. So this involves a frozen bronchoscopy. So bronchoscopy is when part of the lungs is being taken off, and then it's been resected or something. So that's what we done. That's why I observed today. And so when a patient, and I was actually surprised to see effects of a smoker. Like if you're a smoker, it leaves negative effects on your lungs. Like, so this patient that I observed today, she had all these black spots all over her lungs, and I've not even read her notes to look to kind of like know why that is. But from my knowledge, from my understanding, that's the effect of someone who smokes, and obviously because they have COPD. So those are the effects of being a smoker. So I think it's high time. If you're smoking, it's high time you stop smoking. I just want to get into the car, then I'll round up with you guys, okay? So as I was saying earlier on, that's the effect of being a smoker. Like if you're a smoker, there's a chance that towards the end of your life, or even halfway through your life, you have some sort of respiratory, cardiothoracic issues. So like this person now, when I was looking at the lungs, image of the lungs, they were like black, like tar all over the lungs. That's just effects of being a smoker. Anyway, that procedure took about 5 hours. Yes, but like I said, guys, it's a chilled atmosphere. If it's time for you to go on your break, you're allowed to go. If you're a staff and not the surgeon, you're allowed to go out and get your break and come back. And then it was done using the robot. It was actually fun. The robot's hands look like Spider-Man, so it's got like 6 hands like that, and it's huge. And then the surgeon was one. It was as if the surgeon was in a computer game or in a roadblock game. I don't even know how to describe it. So the patient has been laid on the operating table, and there's another surgeon by the patient's side, and an assistant, like a nursing scrub, on the side as well, who's like, if they needed any tool, is the one who's handing it over. So the robot has like 6 giant hands, like that, massive. and then there are computers and stuff all over, and there are still staffs all over. There are nurses who is maintaining the airway of the patient as well, and the surgeon sat down in a section where he's controlling, like it goes like that into the maybe that's the motherboard of the robot or something. So he goes there with his hands with the tools, and he's like so he's practically sitting here, and the patient is somewhere there, and then it's just it was awesome to see. It was awesome to see. And I think this procedure is called bronchoscopy, right vat, lower vat, frozen. So which means that at some point during the procedure, they had to stop, take a sample, send a sample to the lab to find out what we are getting or what has been detected, and if they needed to go further to take more samples and stuff. So that's my highlight for this week. And like I said, guys, I've enjoyed this week so far. And the issue I mentioned earlier on as well, I was able to discuss with my mentor, and obviously she was like, "No, well, women, you're a mature student. That is, she's not as if it's not as maybe she's covering up for this stuff, but then she's always been like that and stuff like that. Obviously, I am a modern age nurse, so I'm not gonna let that bother me or anything like that. So yeah, that's that. So anyway, guys, so that's just me heading home just now. The week 3 is done. I'm gonna go home, have a long weekend, sleep in my bed. But right now, I'm gonna go home now and soak my feet, do a wee mini pedicure. Is it pedicure? Yeah, do a mini pedicure and soak my feet because I'm tired. And hopefully I will see you in my next upcoming video. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop me a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, share this video as well, and I'll to catch up with you next time. See y'all. Bye.